Your manifestations aren't coming because you want them so badly. I know that sounds crazy, but your desperate energy is actually creating resistance. And I discovered this the hard way after months of intense visualization, affirmations, and constantly checking for signs. All while my manifestation seemed further and further away than ever. Then I stumbled upon one of Neville's teachings, and it was about divine indifference. Now, within days of implementing this, my reality completely transformed. And so, in this video, I'm going to break down the exact frequency shift that happens when you stop caring, the science behind why why this works, and the specific technique that I developed that will collapse the space between you and your desired reality. And this isn't what most spiritual teachers are going to tell you, but this is what actually works. So, here's the deal. I've been in the manifestation game for about 5 years now. 8 years, actually. I've studied everything from Abraham Hicks to Dr. Joe Dispenza, from ancient texts to cutting-edge neuroscience. But there was this one manifestation that just wouldn't budge. No matter what I did, I was broadcasting to the universe that I don't have it. That's when I discovered what I call the paradox of divine indifference. Okay? All from Neville. The paradox of divine indifference. And it's a concept that completely flips traditional manifestation teachings all the way in its head. Okay? I'm excited to get into this. But before we jump into this, I want to quickly mention, and it's something that might help you, because if you are enjoying this content and you want to go deeper with manifestation work, I have created something special called the Abundance Activation. You can find it in the description below. Because here's the thing. While the technique I'm about to share is powerful all on its own, this abundance activation takes everything to the next level. It helps you align to the frequency of abundance in a way that opens you up to opportunities that you might have missed right now. And if you are tired of living paycheck to paycheck and want to experience what it feels like to have more than enough in your life, then this is exactly what you need. The activation works on a neurological level and identity level, meaning that it helps your mind, body, and soul align with abundance, which is really your natural state of being. It is your birthright. So if that is you and you're interested in that, check out the link in the description if that resonates with you. And it's helped a lot of my students create remarkable shifts in their financial reality. Okay? Now, let me take you back to last year. I was trying to manifest a very specific business opportunity. And it was a partnership that would completely transform my business and take it to the next level. And it was with wanting to work with a specific business coach. And I tried everything right. Or so I thought. Okay? Now, I was exuding desperate energy. Okay? I would visualize every morning for 20 minutes. Visualize it. I had a vision board. I had the exact numbers I wanted to hit. I even wrote affirmations down. I wrote in a post-it note, and I posted in the mirror. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have this partnership. And you know what happened? Absolutely nothing. Crickets. And then it was like the universe was like saying to me, "Who new phone? Who this?" Right? In fact, the more I focused on it the more it seemed to slip away. Every time I checked my email, hoping that a message would be there or an email would be there, nothing. Every time I visualize, I would immediately check for results right after. And then I would feel disappointed that there would be no results there as well. And so what I would do is I would visualize harder the next day. Then I would feel disappointed and I would rinse and repeat. Visualize, check for results, feel disappointed, visualize harder, check for results, feel disappointed even more, right? I started to think maybe this whole manifestation thing was BS. Maybe I was just being delusional with myself. Maybe I should just go back and give up, get a real job like my parents always wanted me to do. But then I remembered something. And I'd read this years ago in the Neville Goddard lectures. Divine indifference. And this is where everything changed, okay? But unlike the modern manifestation teachers who tell you that you need to want it really badly, Neville taught me something completely different. He taught me the Neville secret. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Now listen carefully. Then, excuse me, then carry it like a fragrant odor. Okay? Carry it like a fragrant odor. Nobody talks about this concept of divine indifference, and it's the idea that once you've impressed your desire upon your subconscious mind, you need to completely let it go and trust it. And so you need to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled alongside with all the vivid sensory images of that reality. The key that most people miss is that you don't close the experience as you would a book, but you carry it like a fragrant odor. Okay? You don't close it like a book, but you carry it like a fragrant odor. And you got to live and act on that assumption that your wish is already fulfilled. Now, what Neville is actually saying is that it's something profound. And he's not telling you to obsess over your manifestation. He's telling you to assume it's already done and then go about your life with that quiet confidence. Okay? Just like in a restaurant, you order something, you tell the waiter, you have a conversation, and then your food arrives. Okay? You don't place your order and spend the next 20 minutes stressing about whether the chef got it, if they're making it right. You just assume, have a conversation, go on with your day, and then it will arrive. Unless it's a shitty restaurant. But that's divine indifference. And that is the exact opposite of what most of us are trying to do when it comes to manifesting something important. Okay? We are broadcasting that I don't have it. And you're probably thinking, this sounds like some woo-woo spiritual bypass nonsense. But here's where it gets interesting. Modern neuroscience actually backs this up. Because Dr. Joe, he talks about this on a neurological level. How our brain can't tell the difference between what's actually happening in our external environment and one that is vividly imagined. And so when you are constantly checking for results, we are actually reinforcing the lack of what we want. Okay? I don't have it. Every time you check for results, you're broadcasting the lack of having it. Think about it this way. When you are desperately wanting something, what is the emotion behind that? Well, anxiety, lack, fear. You're literally broadcasting to the quantum field, I don't have this thing. And I'm freaking out about it. Okay? And guess what the universe is going to give you more of? That's right. More reasons to freak out about not having it. Okay? Oh, man. The universe has a funny sense of humor. And it's like being emotionally addicted to the problem. Dr. Joe calls this the addiction to your emotional chemicals, and your body is hooked on the cortisol, the adrenaline, and your coherence goes down. Okay? The worrying about your manifestation creates these chemical states within you. Cortisol, everyone knows that it's a stress state, it's a stress chemical. So is adrenaline when you're just like pumped up and you're just like constantly you're in a rush, right? But when you shift to this divine indifference, something magical happens in your brain. Your amygdala calms down, right? Your prefrontal cortex improves. And then your heart and brain coherence increases as well. And then resistance decreases, okay? You literally shift your frequency from needy manifestation to confident creator. That's right. And here's the kicker. This state of divine indifference is actually measurable. Scientists call this coherence, where your brain and heart coherence go up and your nervous system are all in alignment. It's the same state where master meditators achieve when they do decades of those practices. But you don't need decades. You just need to understand this one principle. So, how do you actually do this? How do you go from desperately wanting to being in a creative state? The state of divine indifference. All right? Well, it is already done. Here it is. The already done method. Okay? I developed this technique I call the already done method, inspired by Neville Goddard. And there's 3-step processes that completely transform my manifestation practice. Step 1, the final scene immersion. Okay? Instead of visualizing the process of getting what you want, you visualize a scene after you've already received it. And I mean after the excitement has worn off. For example, with my business partnerships, right? I stopped visualizing the moment I would get the email or sign the contract. Instead, I visualized myself 3 months after that partnership was established. So I would be casually mentioning it in conversation with a friend, like, yeah, that partnership that I fulfilled, it's been going great. It's just part of my business now. No big deal. It is now a normal state. I've normalized it into my existence. The key is to make it feel normal, okay? A normal routine. Even slightly boring. Dare I say that? Slightly boring. Because that's how we feel about things when we already have it, right? You don't wake up every morning excited. Oh my God, I'm excited about having this refrigerator. It's just there. You know what I mean? That is step 1. 2 is the identity shift. This is where most people mess up. They try to manifest from their current identity. But here's the truth. Your current identity has created your current reality. Sorry. So instead, you need to shift your identity to the version of you who already has it. Already has what you want. Okay? Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and carry it like a fragrant odor. Now, I started asking myself, how would Kevin, who already had this business partnership, start his day? How would he talk? How would he make decisions? How does he carry himself in Zoom meetings? And this is crucial because I started being that version of Kevin in that moment right now. Identity shift. Okay? 3rd is release ritual. This is where the magic happens. Once you've done steps 1 and 2, you need a physical ritual to release the attachment to the outcome. Here's what I did. I wrote down exactly what I wanted on a piece of paper. I read it out loud with emotion. Okay, that's the trick. You have to read it out loud with emotion. I placed my awareness in my heart. As simple as that. Folded it up, put it in a box, and literally said out loud, it is done. I release this into the universe. I don't need to think about this anymore. Okay, it's not in my hands anymore. It's in the big dog's hands. That is the release ritual. And then, this is where the big challenge comes in. It's called the no check challenge. This is the hardest part. I needed to commit to myself of not checking for results or even thinking about it for at least 7 days. Yep. Whenever a thought came up, I would simply say to myself, oof, it's already handled. Big dog's got it now. What else can I focus on instead? Right? Remember, it's already done. It's already done. So what happened? Nothing at all at first, I'll be honest with you. And that was actually perfect because it gave me the opportunity to practice divine indifference. Okay? Let's go through this. Day 1 to 5, I was practicing divine indifference, which means trust, not apathy. The first few days, my mind wanting to keep going back to the manifestation. Oh, maybe I should check my email. Maybe I should visualize more intensely. But each time I did, I gently redirected to, nope, it's already handled. It's up to the universe's hands now. Okay? And I would go on, focus on enjoying my day. Then day 6, I would completely forget about it. Now, okay, I want to go back to this. By day 5, something strange happened. I genuinely forgot about this manifestation. I was so busy enjoying my life, focusing on other things, that it completely slipped my mind. Okay? It completely forgot about it. Now, on day 7, I wait. So in day 6, I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't expecting it, and then on day 7, I got a text. I got a text from a person that I wanted to partner up with. Hey Kev, been thinking about you, thinking about your business. I have an idea for this partnership that could be huge. Do you have time to talk this week? And I literally laughed out loud when I saw it because I was surprised. Because remember, I thought it was going to come via email. But because I confirmed everything that I've been studying, the manifestation arrives precisely when you stop caring about its arrival. Now here's the wild part. When we got on the call, they told me they've been thinking about reaching out for weeks, but something always came up. It was only when I released my attachment, when I released the path, when I let the path clear, then they were able to contact me. The partnership ended up being even better than I had originally visualized. Because when you release attachment, you allow the universe to deliver something that exceeds your limited imagination. Yep. Right? I was broadcasting to the universe. I already have it. Now here's a big misconception about this whole detachment thing. A lot of people think it means not caring about your desires or becoming apathetic. Trust, not apathy. Divine indifference equals trust, not apathy. Now, that's not at all. Divine indifference isn't about not wanting what you want, but it's about trusting completely that it's coming and you don't need to obsess over it. It is the difference between neediness and confidence in a relationship. The needy person is constantly checking their phone. Hey babe, where are you? Are you coming home soon? I miss you. Right? They're always wondering if their partner loves them, trying to control the outcome, like borderline narcissistic. The confident person knows they are worthy of love and goes about their day without that anxiety, being needy to their partner. Which person is more attractive? The confident one, obviously. The universe works the same way. It's attracted to your confidence, not your neediness. Okay? Yeah. Another way to think about it is when you plant a seed in the ground. You don't dig it up every hour to see if it's growing. You water it, you make sure it gets enough sunlight, the nutrients, and you trust the growing process. Okay? Divine indifference equals trust, not apathy. I need you guys to remember that. I need you to remember that. Now here's the beautiful paradox. The less you need it, the faster it comes. Yep. The more you can genuinely say, I'm complete with or without this manifestation, the more the universe rushes to deliver it to you. So, here's what I want you to take away from this video. Your desperate energy is blocking your manifestations. Okay? Divine indifference is a state of knowing that it's already done. And the it's already done method can help you achieve that. Because when you truly let go, your manifestation often arrives in unexpected ways. I want you to try this with something that you've been trying to manifest. Use the it's already done method. Take a picture, write it down, and please share it in the comments. And I want you to commit to this for at least 7 days. Then come back to me and let me know what happened in the comments below. I read every single comment and I love hearing your manifestation stories. A lot of people have been saying how valuable these teachings are and how they're actually applying it. So, you are the key. You are the brightest star in the universe that can make all this happen. And if you find this video helpful, do me a favor, smash that like button. It helps with the algorithm and it shows it to more people who actually need to hear this message. And if you want to go deeper with these concepts, look, click on the link below. Check out all of the resources that I have as well. I got a free meditation. I got an activation there that is very powerful. And you can book a one-on-one breakthrough session with me or a free alignment call. Okay? All of the links are in the description to access it now. Now, one final thing. Remember, the universe isn't testing you. It's responding to you. When you shift from desperation, I don't have it energy, to divine indifference, everything you've been seeking will start seeking you.